Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. This is big news, and probably you guys don't understand it. Maybe you do, but there's a guy named Robert Leiter who is now the chief legal counsel for the ATF. And you might be asking why that's a big deal. And I'm here to tell you why that's a big deal because it is an absolutely massive deal. I looked on the ATF website, and this is what I saw. And when I saw it, I was in effing disbelief. So let me just go ahead, and I will go ahead and share this with you. Mr. Robert Leiter down here. You don't know who that is. He is a professor at George Mason University. And that is my alma mater, by the way. But let's go ahead and talk about Robert Leiter and why this is a big deal for gun rights people. Robert Leiter clerked for a certain justice, which means he agrees with this certain justice on a lot of issues. That justice happens to be Judge Clarence Thomas, which is a good sign right there, right? At Mason, he teaches a class on Second Amendment rights. Second Amendment rights is something very near and dear to my heart, and probably you guys too. He's also a Second Amendment attorney that deals with a lot of Second Amendment cases. And let's go ahead and I'm going to just bring up his website. Check this out. This is his website. If there's any doubt that this guy is Second Amendment, just look at his website. He has a freaking Glock and a gavel and an American flag on his personal website. He has argued in the past that all rifles, no matter what, are protected by the Second Amendment, including those scary assault weapons. So he does not believe that assault weapons are inherently dangerous or they don't have Second Amendment protections. In fact, he agrees that those are protected by the Second Amendment and they are protected arms. He also thinks that gun-free zones are unconstitutional, which is really, really awesome. And let me just say this. He wrote an article a couple years ago about the modern militia, where he stated, "You are the modern militia. I'm the modern militia. Everyone is part of the modern militia." So that's really good. He also argued against qualified immunity for state officials that violate Bruin. So he said he wants it to be noted that if you violate Bruin, that he thinks you should be prosecuted and you should be criminally prosecuted and you should not have any type of qualified immunity. So if a police officer out there violates your gun rights, he believes that their qualified immunity should be stripped and they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which is great, great, great. Uh, he he also written extensively about how people try to eliminate the right to bear arms through stuff like posting signs and stuff like in the CCIA, which is great. He is very, very pro gun. He has done a lot of pro gun stuff. He put it this way. He believes that guns should be allowed in airports. So, so yeah. So he believes, well, the intro is to give people a chance to join so I don't have to repeat myself over and over again. So, yep. He thinks that Bruin did not go far enough. You're welcome, CJ. He believes Well, he believes that you should be able to take him anywhere. So yeah, so he believes that Bruin should have been expanded to the right to bear arms, not only with a concealed carry license, but he believes that he believes in constitutional carry. He believes that's the only way to go ahead with a true constitutional society is by eliminating concealed carry permits altogether and letting everyone carry whichever way they see fit, whether that's open carry or concealed carrying without a license. The Twitch and Rumble streams are not up. I guess I must have not hit the button. But this is a big deal. And this is bigger than what most people think it is because most people don't know who this guy is. But if you sit through one of his classes, which I know a lot of people that have, or if you read a lot of his writings, you're going to realize that this guy is the real deal. And this isn't something that just goes back a couple years. This goes back decades. Ever since he got into law, non-law enforcement, into law, it was to protect the Second Amendment. And now this guy is in charge of all the legal cases for the ATF. The anti-gunners are going to freak out about this. I cannot wait to read what they're saying. Maybe they already have. I haven't seen anything yet. But the anti-gunners are going to freak out about this because this guy is he's a true Second Amendment guy. Now, could he turn on a dime? Of course, I never put that by anyone that he's not going to turn on a dime. But from his history, I don't believe that we're going to be seeing that. This is a very, very good thing. This could help out a lot of people that we are friends with because he doesn't agree with the laws that they were prosecuted under. And also, we have a good way in now. So that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to see what we can do here. But this is exciting news. And I just wanted to bring it to you. You bet nothing changes. Fart in the wind, you might be right. I've been disappointed so many times that I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. But I think this is the best chance that we have since forever with ATF. This is probably bigger news than Cash becoming the acting director of the ETF. If this guy can have a lot of power in what they do. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But we'll see what happens. All right, that's it. Just wanted to make a quick video. I'm going to go ahead and write my article. But until then, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, and keep that thing on you. Bye.